Hello, and welcome to Discover Brightside, the video podcast. And here we are with the Brightside Influential Society, where we write reviews and feature authors each month. And we have a priceless, matchless set of authors today. And I want to introduce you to one of my favorite essayists. And I'm going to quickly read a little bit about her and introduce you to her. So Peg's book include the Guthrie Theater, Images, History, and Inside Stories, Midwest Award, Independent Publishers Award, the Basilica of St. Mary, Voices from a Landmark, and Offstage Voices, Life in Twin City Theater. She has written 2 volumes of projected trilogy of history and genealogy and produced history books for private and corporate events with numerous awards, including the Minnesota Book Award. Her arts vocabulary is her extensive, and yes, she's very expensive too, including the Minnesota Book Award. Her arts Okay. Peg is an active volunteer and a board leader and is widely involved in citizen activism. She lives high above the Mississippi River in St. Paul, Minnesota. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And she's going to launch her new book, An Eye for Joy.
Thank you, Elizabeth. And thank you, gentlemen on the screen with me. And yes, I'm here today to talk about my new book, An Eye for Joy, Noticing the Good World Everywhere. It's out from Sea Crow Press. It's available everywhere online and on Brightside. The New York Times bestselling author Chris Crowley called it smart and fun and joyous. Sue Scott from the Prairie Home Companion calls it a work of immense curiosity and heart-filled humor. What I say is that this is a book about the impulse to wonder, the practice of noticing, and the inclination toward joy. So why did I write it? When my children were small and we gathered at the dinner table, I often made a little maternal speech. Tell me one thing, I would say, that you saw or heard or thought or learned today that was beautiful or funny or interesting or new. It was a way of talking, yes, and getting them to talk. But I also wanted those joyful things to pop out from the background. I didn't want them to miss the wondrous details that are always enmeshed in the busyness of every day. And I don't want to miss them either. The world comes at us in a flood of sensation. And this book is about the deliberate act of noticing the good stuff that is in this world, even when the world is difficult, maybe especially when the world is difficult. Now, people are telling me that they want to notice the good in the world, and they're writing to tell me why. It might be my proudest thing that An Eye for Joy has all 5-star reader reviews. And I want to read one that came to me just today by email. So NA says, quote, I spend the day reading things that have my nerves on edge. So in the evening, when I'm all cozy, I read from An Eye for Joy. I never have nightmares or weird dreams. I love reading your essays, end quote. So essays, I want to say a word about essays. There's an old-time essayist whose name you might recognize, E.B. White. And here's what he said about writing essays and what I say too. For me, it's about the freedom. E.B. White, quote, the essayist arises in the morning, and if she has work to do, selects his garb from an unusually extensive wardrobe. He can pull on any sort of shirt, be any sort of person, according to his mood or his subject matter, philosopher, scold, jester, raconteur, confidant, pundit, devil's advocate, enthusiast. Essays can be about anything, as I amply demonstrate in this book. There is a piece in this book about an artist who tried to put a wild horse in a small studio. I assure you, it did not go very well. I write here about talking with someone who made the case to me that bodybuilding was a great family sport. I write about the best tomato I've ever eaten, and a man whose pals kidnapped him from the church steps after his wedding, and I write about meeting some really interesting people in New York City. The essays are fun and short, and they make the case, I think, that despite its difficulties, the good world is everywhere, and its wonders can be seen and savored every day. So here's another reader review. SB wrote this to me. Highly recommending as a gift, especially for yourself. These essays will help you find more joy in everyday life, and who doesn't need that right now? An Eye for Joy, Noticing the Good World Everywhere is available online through Brightside, through Amazon, through bookshop.org, and through my website, pegguilfoyle.com, in which case I'll sign it for you or for a friend and send it to you. Oh, do visit my website, pegguilfoyle.com, and sign up to receive my free essay series, which is called Motley Peg, direct to your inbox. New pieces every couple of weeks, and then you can write back to me. The book is An Eye for Joy, Noticing the Good World Everywhere. I'm Peg Guilfoyle. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Absolutely love it. And it's a must-read book because in this day and age, everybody's so upset about everything for no rhyme or reason. And I'm actually reading a New York State of Mind. And yes, and then Uncle Ted's wedding, and every essay in the book is priceless. So I want to make sure that everybody gets the book, and we want you to write a review. So thank you so much. Does anyone have any questions? Right.
Yes,
Let's,
I
I stand
can.
ready. Yes.
Yes,
yes, go
uh,
ahead.
Peg, thank you so very much for very beautifully narrating the An Eye for Joy. The two things that I really like the title, An Eye for Joy, that really so captivating. Then your presentation was very good and you made it very clearly. And the essays today are very rare, so we need this kind of recipe to in the form of essays. And these are not just the essays, but it embodies with the joy that comes with it.
That's right.
That part I really like it, and I will be very glad to get your book and write reviews.
There are essays, all essays come in all forms and flavors, as
Yes,
I
yeah.
think I said, but my take as an essayist is it's quite simple, really. I kind of walk through the world and I see something and I think, huh,
Hmm.
that's interesting. I think I'll look at that. And then I think about it and then I write about it. And that is my way of engaging with the world.
That's beautiful, and I will definitely read them and I'll give my reviews. I want you to know
Thank you,
that.
Raj.
Thank you, Peg.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Raj.
Thank.
And get his book too and write him a review as well. All right, let me stop recording.